Hey, good early morning and welcome back to Mount Pleasant Farm. It has been a long time, but here today, this morning, we're going to do the front brakes on a 2018 Dodge Durango. This is a pads only change. So pads only, let me tell you what you need for tools. You need a 7/16 Allen head socket and of course a ratchet to drive it with. You need a run-of-the-mill straight slot screwdriver and something to drive the brake caliper back in. I use a heavy-duty Phillips screwdriver, but you can use a small pry bar or anything else that'll fit, and I'll show you later in this video. Step one, of course, get the wheel off the vehicle, have the vehicle jacked up and safe. Okay, this is the left front. So what you're gonna do first, you're gonna come back here, and your caliper bolts are here, and there's one below it, in pretty much the same spot back there. You're gonna take the dust cover off. Just take this, it'll come out right with your fingernail. It's a plastic dust cover, do that for both. Okay, so I've got my dust cover out of both. There's a rubberized little sleeve here. Your caliper bolt is inside there, and this is what you need the 7/16 Allen head socket or ratchet or socket for. I'm gonna take this all the way out. These things are not super tight. I did not look at the torque spec on these, but they were not incredibly tight. So I would say you can go ahead and just get them back in there good and solid. I would guess it was probably like 50 foot-pounds, if that. These caliper bolts do not need to come all the way out of this boot, okay? So you see right there, I've got it pretty much out. So you take this screwdriver, get it in focus here, take the screwdriver, just push it back some. Just get it out of your way. Just push it right out there, okay? It does not need to come out. It can sit right there captive. Matter of fact, push it back in just a tad into that boot, just to kind of hold it in place. And we're gonna do the same thing with the bottom. Got the bottom one coming out now. Like I said, once again, not too horribly tight when I was getting this thing off of here. Really pretty easy. Again, take the screwdriver, make sure that this caliper bolt is just out and away enough. Moves really easy. I mean, yours may be more corroded, may be older. This is a 2018. Anyway, those are captive. Okay, now you got both those caliper bolts out and it's still just sitting in place here. Okay, so here's the trick on these spring clips. Should be pretty easy to see here. Let me turn some light on. Okay, so these things, like I said, they're sunk down in here a little bit. You just take a screwdriver, a straight slot, and push that up. See how I'm pushing that out of there? Push that up and unlock it, and you take anything like this thing I told you I'm prying with and pull out. Boom, there you go. Then it just lifts right out. I'll show you the installation, which is super easy. The next thing we want to do here is make sure that we're gonna compress these calipers. This piston coming out of this caliper. It's a dual piston. Okay, you can see it in there. This is through the inspection window in your caliper. So we're going to take this Phillips that we've been prying with, or something flat first, go against the old pads and push those pads in this direction like a pry bar. Pry right up against the housing here on this caliper and push those in. Before you do this, make sure you open the hood and take the cap off of your master cylinder so it's able to take that fluid pressure back in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this done now. So the caliper pistons are now compressed. You see the gap there in between the rotor and the brake pads. You see those brake pads are good. We had a bunch of squealing and stuff going on, so I did the rears, and I decided to go ahead and just do the front while I had everything apart. So I just want to show you this, and we'll go ahead and take this caliper off now. Should just fall right off of there. Okay, so you got it sitting there. You got it resting on the tire, and literally it's a matter of just getting. There's your inner pad right there, and your outer pad is sitting there in the groove. Okay, so we'll take this and kind of lay it so it doesn't get jacked up. Okay. Now the one closest to the piston, they've got these springs that hold them in. Okay, there you go. Just pops out. Get the new one. And these springs just pop right inside those pistons, the holes in those pistons. You can do it one-handed. Okay. That's all on there, good to go. This one that's sitting in the bracket here, just take it out. Put it in your crap ones. It's a brand new one here. Put it right in there. It just sits right there. Now you're going to take this caliper and get this moving back on here. Oriented just like you had it before. And there you have it. Now we're going to get these bolts restarted back here. Okay, get them restarted back in the housing. You can just push them in, start turning them, however you're going to do it. But go ahead and start putting those bolts back in. Just get that caliper lined up and put those bolts back in. Okay, finishing up these caliper bolts. Once your caliper bolts are back in, go ahead and put your plugs back in. Should pop right in there by hand. Okay, now that you got your plugs back in your caliper bolts, your dust plugs, now is the what everybody's been waiting for, is how to put this stupid spring back on here. So check this out. First side you're going to put in here. It's really not that hard, honestly, if I get it on the right way. First side you're going to get in here like this, okay? Just set this part up here. This hook is going to go right in this hole. Going to work it in there. This down here, you're like, how do you get this in? So just lift it up over, okay? So you got this one in here, this one in here. This is where your straight slot comes in. This is here, this is here. This, you're gonna put the straight slot right here, and you're just gonna hit it one time really hard. There. Good. This one I didn't have hooked in all the way, that's why it popped back out. So if you get this one hooked the first time, so you lay it on here, get this one in, kind of use leverage to get it in place and bring it down. Get this side up, and this one will be sitting outside. Then again, you just take that and pop it in. Okay, so that is it. Simple and easy. Now you just have to put your wheel on. Do not forget to put the cap on your master cylinder, okay? Because when you backed off those, when you got the piston decompressed, it pushes some fluid back up here in this master cylinder while you take the cap off to begin with. Okay, so we're good to go. Do your normal safety check, get your wheel on, make sure you get your jack stand out, and make sure you get those lug nuts on all the way. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and welcome back to Mount Pleasant Farm. We haven't done any videos in a while, but there's more coming. Thanks for watching.